Good morning, Queen of Hearts. Oh, shoot. Happy new moon. Wait a second. I don't really even have any groups. I mean, I do have groups to add it to, but I'm just letting this one go. The Hero's Journey. You're a hero. You're your hero. This is weird not having people be online here, guys. Share it out. Share it out. If you know me, share it out. My Facebook got hacked. I don't really have all my connects like I used to. The club. Grand Rising. You're beautiful. So guys, that's how I start out my day. Telling people how beautiful they are. I'll invite you guys. Let's see who comes on here. I love you guys. Oh, I just pressed something. See? Where am I at? Oh, I pressed pause. See, I can't do all this stuff. That's why people need other people. Good morning, Jess. I love your guts, girl. So, got some fresh squeezed love juice for you guys. Happy new moon. Happy new moon. What are you doing, Jess, for this new moon? I know you got some things brewing up. So guys, we have big shifts going on, big realizations coming up, right? We're seeing our creations unfolding in front of our faces. Give me some hearts, man. Give me some hearts. If you see your creation unfolding in front of your face, give me some hearts. Do you see it? Do you see those moments? Are you having those conversations? Are you meeting those people that are bringing out, that are there to show you that you are actually creating your life, right? So if you guys have been watching me for a little while, the queen bee came up for me summertime, I'd say. Summertime, I think, that the queen bee came up. So since summer, I've been kind of like diving into that queen bee and what does that queen bee mean? And, you know, everything is energy and frequency and vibrations. And what does that queen bee? Why does that keep coming to me? Well, so I looked up the queen bee. The queen bee is like the heart and soul of the colony. Guys, this is deep, right? In order for the hive to be strong and productive, the queen bee has to be on her shit. Like you can't be off as the queen bee and have a productive hive or a productive colony. The females of the hive are the workers. Good morning, good morning. They're the workers. And guess what? The females in the hive have the stingers. So those are just like some quick facts that I want to tell you guys about the queen bee, the colony, and stuff like that. And let that sink in to you, right? So I know my ladies are tired. And I know that my fellas are tired. And I know that everyone's been angry. And there have been these things coming. And we've been facing our shit all the time. I know. I love you. I've been doing it too. Got my tooth pulled out. I love you. Good morning. Happy New Moon. I love you too. Grand Rising. Just stopping by to send out some love to you and yours before I head to the gym. Love that shirt. Thank you, love. I'm going to the gym too. That's why I had to hurry up and bust this out. Going to the gym is part of loving yourself. So thank you, Marky, for coming on here and telling us what you're doing to love yourself, because I love it, right? So even if you go to the gym and you don't even like know the moves, just get there. Hello, beautiful. Hello, hello, hello. Guys, listen. This is the new moon. So what's going on? You know, you have a clear mind for these visions that you have for yourself, right? And so we've been setting these visions for years and years and years. But like all of a sudden right now, things got real clear with like where you were, the patterns you were getting involved in, the ruts that you were falling into, how your old patterns were creating your current life, right? And now we're getting more clear about that. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like today I woke up straight at 4:44. I was ready for some damn business and I meant it, right? And so I came down here, I did my thing loving on myself. And in loving on myself, all the things that came up were like, oh my God, you have to share this. You have to share this with people, guys. I love you, Fiona. Yeah, this is the best shirt ever. I get me some gems, man. I get me some gems. I love my clothes. I love my life. I love that I get to be comfortable. I love my work. I love that I learned to create quality things in my life. Like, not only am I creating things in my life, but I'm creating quality things in my life. And quality things don't mean this and that and the other. They mean, you know, what does that do for you? Like yesterday, we finally had a sunny day. I cleaned my car. I cleaned out my cupboards. I did my window seals. I'm feeling fresh. My baby feels the difference. How do you love on yourself? We can't be just out here wishing somebody would do this for us, wishing somebody would come, take some of the responsibility. We have to learn how to pace ourselves in the responsibilities, guys. We're talking queen bee shit, right? We ain't talking just no regular shit. We're talking queen bee shit. So the ladies that follow me and the people that I talk to were queens, but we have to realize that the queen does do the work and the queen does have the stinger, right? So we all been through some shit, men and women. But what do you really wish for with your heart? Like this big heart on my shirt. What are your wishes in your heart? What are your wishes for your job? What are your wishes for your work? I went through this. What were my wishes for my work? I wanted to work for myself. I didn't always like mornings. Now I love the morning because when I wake up, it's my morning. It's my morning on my time. I eat my breakfast. I wake up when I want to. I start talking when I want to. I start answering when I want to. It took me a lot to get from working in a corporate life, in a corporate setting. I was a barber teacher. So to go from a barber teacher to totally free bird, there was a lot of work in that place, right? I felt a lot of responsibility. I felt a lot of burden. I felt a lot of, holy shit, I need my hive. I need a tribe. I need people around me. All of that was to push me to be able to open up to receive more love, to be able to have people that have my back and work with me in these ways that mean something to my heart. So take what you love from what you've been through and leave the rest, right? So every single one of us has been through some shit. For the last 10 years, I've been going through some shit. 7 years, I've been going through some shit. 3 years, I've been going through some shit. The last 2 months have been some shit, right? But I have to take what I love from those times and I have to leave all the rest of the stuff that didn't leave me feeling good. And I have to just leave it there. I have to, face it. You face it. Yeah, you do face it. You face it. You feel it. You feel the root of it. What does that bring up for me? What does that do for me? What does that not do for me? And then you have to move forward, right? Or you can stay in the doo-doo. But, know that hurt people hurt people. So if people are hurting you, they're hurt. If you have hurt people, you've hurt them from a hurt place. This show got me going this morning. Queen bee shit. Okay, positive vibes. What about the boss dog shit for the fellas? I got some stuff for you, Jerry. I'm a lady, and I've been working on my lady, and I'm a strong woman, and I've always been a strong woman, and I had a hard time figuring out the balance between, how to be a graceful woman and a strong woman at the same time, how to carry all the responsibilities, yet love so free and passionate and things like that. And so my message today has a lot to do with for the ladies, but it is also too to let you guys know that I do see the masculine and the feminine rising in all people, men and women, right? And so I get a lot of messages about people wanting unity, people wanting relationships, people wanting to share their beautiful hearts with other people. And guys, that starts with yourself, in yourself, before you can ever have that with another, men and women. So, these routines that I have in my day-to-day life that I've been working on so hard for so long, they mean the world to me, and I have to also love them enough to know that sometimes they're going to change and sometimes I'm going to need to wiggle and give some wiggle room, and then sometimes I don't wiggle at all, and this is what the hell I love and this is what I want to do. So there's a great merge of the masculine and feminine within you. Every single body out there, right? So every single body has a man and a woman inside of them. And inside of you is the war. It's an internal war. My friend said, I don't know, he breaks down words and he said something about that. But it's like, it's not even about trusting other people. It's about trusting yourself. So when you love yourself, you learn to trust yourself. When you love yourself, you set up boundaries for yourself. There has been so much going on with betrayal and abandonment and all these things. But when you love yourself, how can anyone betray you? When you love yourself, how can anyone abandon you? Because it's not about anybody else. It's about you. It's about you. So you have to find that unity inside of yourself. This queen bee shit doesn't come because somebody rubs my butt at night when I'm falling asleep. This queen bee stuff comes from me really digging inside of me and really going into me and getting my inner self cleared up and what I want, and learning as a woman what I love, so that when somebody does come in my life, I know how to tell them what I love, and I know how to share that, and I'm not so blocked off and creating from the same exact space that our ancestors were, because that's what we're doing, right? So, in loving myself, I'm learning to see really the true oneness in all. So I have 5 people on here. And in all of you, I'm sure if I look at your pages and if I look at your stuff, I'm going to see how we're very much the same, how there is a piece of me in you, how I see my heart in your heart. And that only comes with loving yourself. I used to always see everybody so different, and everybody, that person doesn't understand my heart. They'll never get my mission. They'll never understand that. As I love myself, then I started attracting people that just did understand my heart, that just did understand my mission, that took me as I am, in my grace and in my glory and in my downfalls and in my whatever, right? And, I see me in the women that I work with now. I see me in my family. I see me in my baby. I see me in the people that have hurt me. I see me in the people that I may have hurt. I see me in my clients. I have been able to really start to see me in every single person. And once you see that we've all been through really similar hurts, we've all had up very similar guards, we've all done this for very similar reasons, then you start to not feel so different than everybody else. Then it gets a little bit easier to love yourself and for who you are, your good and your bad stuff, your up times and your not up times. Self-love is all encompassing of all of that. Self-love isn't just sometimes, it's all the time. If you can love you all the time in your good times and bad times, then you can love your fucking partner in all of the times, the good times and the bad times. I see so many people out there that want these perfect relationships, and as soon as something goes bad, they're ready to quit. Well, that's because as soon as something goes bad for you, you're ready to quit you too. This shit is deep. This goes deep. The queen bee can't quit, or the whole hive falls apart. Ladies, a lot of this is on us. A lot of this is on us, the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act out here in our lives. I'm seeing these groups form of beautiful people that are really getting the right messages out, right? But then at the same time, I'm seeing these groups form that are like these man-hater woman clubs, and that's not going to get you anywhere, ladies. The whole point of this is to merge hearts together, to see that we really are all one, to see that the hurt that resides in that man also resides in that woman, to see that the love that resides in that man also resides in that woman, to see that, some things you do leave alone and some things you do try a little bit harder. There's magic when you see you in other people. There's magic in looking at yourself and seeing the patterns that you create for your own life. There's magic to say that my thoughts and my words and my actions have been creating this for me in my life. There's a freedom there that you find when you look at it, and you're not saying, oh, well, poor me, and, you know, this and that and the other. And then you start to look and see, then you start to see where you felt blocked before. Now all of a sudden you're seeing like these solutions. Instead of feeling blocked off from the goodness and the abundance of life, the more you love yourself, the more you see solutions to problems. You know, I have a lot of people that message me all the time, and they say, you know, I don't understand how I keep doing this. I don't understand how this keeps happening for me in my life. And I just simply tell them, you know, the most subtle shifts in your energy will change the whole entire experience. And so, you know, ladies, when we're going up to these guys and we're with our, you know, we're misusing our strength, coming from a place of, you know, the old things that we've been through, you know, on an energetic level, even without words, you're already kind of putting yourself at like a battle state with that male. And so what is that going to do? You know, I used to always say at the beginning when I started these videos, you get more bees with sugar. And that's like, you know, the when you smile, I shared a song today, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you, because, you know, you get back what you give out in this life. And so when you're out here and you're giving love and you're giving smiles and you're loving yourself and it's really genuine, that's genuinely what you're going to get back in your life. And like me personally, I've seen it change in my friends. I've seen so many changes go on that I'm like, yes, you know, everyone's been telling me I've been living this fairy tale, but I knew that I was on to something in the name of love. I knew that I had a special tap into that love juice and what that all means. And so seeing the truth is amazing. When you can look in your life and you can see the truth, that you can see that the blocks in your life have been you, that the things that you've run into all the time have been you, that the situations that you've been through have been your fault, and you don't have to blame anyone about it. That's that fire. And so this is not you versus them. This is not you versus me. This is you and you. This is what's going on. You and you. Like, you and you are going on right now. And you keep attracting and making extensions of yourself to keep going forward. And so right now is a good time to get clear on what kind of extensions you want to make, what kind of hive you want to build. So ladies, I know that we felt so abandoned by men in our lives, right? So a lot of ladies out here have been feeling real deep, heavy abandonment from men in our lives. We feel burdened with responsibility while the man's just out here running so free and carefree and all of that. But guys, that's not like the way it works. Men also feel abandoned, and men also feel burdened with responsibility. And when you can look at a man and see that he feels abandoned and see that he feels burdened with responsibility, then hello, sweet love, you might be lighter and you might be nicer, and you know, when you be nicer, then they be nicer, and that's just how that works. So that's why I promote self-love. It fills you up. It shows you your patterns and your thoughts and your words and your actions. It teaches you to love the responsible sides of you, while also honoring yourself to have some free time, to have fun and relax without feeling guilty. Because a lot of women will do that. This is some queen bee shit, man. This is some queen bee, the queen of hearts. This is what you do. You love yourself so much that it can't be anybody else's fault. It has to be your fault. So, I have tons of ladies that watch me. I have tons of ladies that message me, some men too. And I've been on to some huge things in the name of love. And I've been loving myself. And in loving myself, the communications that I've had with other people are letting me know how much they love themselves and how much they want this to change. And so, you know, I've learned to see me now in all the men in my life. I learned to see me in my dads, my uncles, my brother, my friends in my community, men that I'm attracted to. You know, I see their fears of commitment because they've hurt people before in their past, right? And how do I see that? Because I have them too. So when I look at them and I see me, I know that they have those because I have them too. It's not like this thing where we're like fighting to see who has more or whatever like that. You just know you have it. You know they have it. So how can you help someone when they're going through that? You know, I see this betrayal of women pattern that's been going on. I lived in it. I've had clients who have lived in it. I've had deep conversations about this, how it was, you know, super cool to betray your chick back in the day. That was what everybody did. That was what you were supposed to do. But, you know, women are also doing this too when they're getting in relationships. So when they're getting in a relationship, they're thinking of all the old things that went bad before and how they can't trust this person, how they can't rely on this person, how, you know, this person's always going to let them down. And so when you go into something new, whether it be business or love or whatever, and you automatically feel a letdown, guess what's going to happen, y'all? You ain't going to get that shit. You ain't going to hold that shit. You ain't going to keep that shit. I love you. That's not queen bee shit. That's not the Queen of Hearts shit. That is, I'm scared, I'm blocking you off, I'm fucking making shit up. That's what that shit is. And how do I know? Because I did it. I did it too. It's okay. Look at yourself, love yourself, get to know yourself. Don't think this is anyone else's job but your own to do this shit. You know, we fuel this, ladies. We fuel this whole entire fire of life. We are the creators. We bring the children to the world. We plant the seeds of manifestation. We give the power to grow these thoughts and these feelings and these actions, right? So the only way that you can clear up your thoughts and your feelings and your actions is to get inside of you. Always think up, think love, speak love, be love, do those things. You can't think that you're not going to speak, think, and be love, and then all of a sudden someone's going to come in and just love on you and just know exactly what you want. That's not how it works. We have to love on us so we can teach these guys how we love on us. We have to love these ourselves so we can teach these women how we want love on us. We have to talk to one another and say how we need love on us. You know, when you trust you trust what you attract. You trust how you feel about it. You trust the unusual ideas and inspirations that you get whenever these things come up, right? But when you don't trust you, when you don't love you, you attract people that you don't trust. You attract people that you don't really feel so right when you're around them. You attract, you know, ideas that don't really go so great, right? So you have to fall in love with you. You have to learn to trust you. You have to be the queen, ladies. Be graceful, ladies, when you're out here. I used to be mean as hell. When you love you, it gets easier. I used to be mean as hell. You know, I'd be that one that my girl would call me and tell me that her boyfriend hit her or something, and I'd hit him in the head with a cinder block. That shit's crazy, man. That shit's crazy. It was just hurt people hurting more people, and then hurting more people, and then hurting more people. You know, and that's what the world is right now. It's okay. It's just an unawareness in you. And so when I was out there doing that stuff, I was just really unaware of how hurt the entire collective was. I was just unaware of the power that the woman holds that she doesn't even feel like she has. That lack of energy that she brings into these circumstances and relationships, and actually how she has everything in her to change everything outside of her. It's just up to her to do it. I mean, I know the fellas too, but this is real big for my ladies, this new moon. I love my girls, man. You know, when you're not knowing you and you're not loving you, then it's easy to be mean because you don't even really, you kind of go like just to this autopilot mean person. So the more you love you and the more you trust you, then you're like, okay, I can have this conversation. I can say this thing. I can feel this way. The smallest steps make the hugest difference in this journey. The smallest steps make the hugest difference. You have to invest in yourself. How do you invest in yourself? You know, me, I like to juice it up. I like to keep my body healthy. I don't like to be sick. I like to keep my space clean. I like to be around people that make me fun and work out. My cousin just got here. We're about to go work out. I love when people push me and motivate me even further than I'm already motivated. And that's because I've done this for these people too sometimes. So, you know, for the moon, we're getting a clearer perspective on what we want for ourselves. So all of our paths are full of chaos and conflict. Somehow or another, we're all full of this, right? But what do you want? What do you want? What do you want to create? What do you want to bring to life? Do you want more of that, or do you want to change that? If you want to change that, then you have to change the way you love you. The way you love you is a reflection in your life. That's what this all is. Think beautiful thoughts of what you want. Speak beautiful words of what you want. Take action for the things you want. Feel it. Do it. I know, guys, I'm taking action for some things I want right now. I know that sometimes it can feel like, holy shit, is this even right? I know it can feel super fucking crazy. Feel it. Feel what it feels like and do it. Feel in and trust yourself and do it. By trusting ourselves, doing this and communicating, that's how we work this out. Keep your energy field clear, guys. I've been doing this tantric yoga thing by myself. It's like real quick. It's like a 10-minute thing. If you guys want it, message me. I'll send it to you. But it's just like, it works through your 7 chakras like real quick. Get you all lined up for the day, and then watch. You'll just magic. It's magical conversations. It's magical synchronicities. That's what happens when you love yourself. You see magic everywhere. You see how everybody is you. You see how love comes in the way that you're pouring it out. When you feel something, you have to honor it inside of you. You have to feel into the root of it. So sometimes you cry, sometimes you cuss, sometimes you sleep, sometimes you work out. All kind of different things happen. Know that if it's not love, it's old doo-doo, old programming. Do the things you love. So when I go through things, every day is different. You have to do things you love. What do you like to do? How do you fill yourself up? I mean, I romanced myself all weekend. Didn't have my baby. Romanced myself any way I could think of how I wanted to love on myself that weekend, right? Do things you love. Get to know your energy field. Get to know that you're attracting that of what you are. And so if you're getting bad shit, you got bad shit in you. If you're getting good shit, you got good shit in you. If you're getting a little mix of both, you're doing the work and you're coming forward. It keeps going over and over until you recognize your patterns in your life. Recognize your patterns. Love yourself. I have so many messages about relationships, and I love you guys. I get messages about people being in love with me. I love you guys. I know right away if you're working toward loving yourself or if you're looking for another to fill your voids. So, you know, we can't do that in relationships. We have to, when we love ourselves, we just attract somebody who loves themselves, and it's magic. When you're looking for someone to fill your voids, you can feel that energy. Like, I'm trying to get you to love me. It's like a down energy that comes in that's not healthy. It can seem like it's everything you want, but if you feel like that down energy is there, then it's there. Love yourself, honor yourself in that space. You know, I've been blessed, guys, with eyes that can see the truth. So even through just like a little type message, I feel it and I know it. And I know that we're all kings and queens. And I know that we're all getting really special gifts right now. And I know that they're really sacred gifts right now. But we're clearing out old programs so we can live new. We're clearing out all the old stuff that said you weren't sacred, that said you weren't greatness, and building the new. And so I see you working it. I see you getting deep. I see you making small energetic changes that make ripples that last forever. There is something out here for everyone. There's someone out here for everyone. There is a hive out here for everyone. Your dreams can come true. You just have to fall in love with yourself. Only love is real, guys. Love all of you. Love all of you. Love all of you. Love every single thing you want. Create your beautiful. What is your beautiful? What kind of clothes do you like to wear? What kind of work do you like to do? How do you like your house to feel, smell, be? How do you like your space? How do you like your time? Do you like to be early? Do you like to be running late? Do you like to do things out of your comfort zone? When you see you in everything, it just clicks. When you start to really see that you are in every single thing that is in your life, it just clicks. So I don't know, guys. I got 4 people left. Share it if you love it. I love you guys. I'm getting ready to go to the gym with my cousin. We're going to laugh and listen to gangster music, and that's what we do. That's what we do. It's not about being like anyone else. It's about being like you, man. It's about wearing your clothes, going where you want, attracting what you want. You can't keep trying to attract what they're trying to attract. That's not you. I love you guys. If you guys love my music, check out listeningtosmile.com. Sarah Richardson 19 all together for 10% off. You can only get it now through an affiliate. I'm pretty sure that's how that works now. Send me some love to my face. I got my tooth ripped out, my control tooth. I was being controlling. And so I feel like it was like all the way up in my face and like down my whole face. I love you guys. We're going through some big stuff. You know, letting go of control is some big stuff. This like root got stuck. Deep, huh? It was deep in the core of my control issues. And I wasn't trying to control anybody else. I was trying so hard to control my life that I was fucking it up. Rolling it. Getting the magic. There's magic out here. There's magic with being able to love someone else like you've never been hurt. There's magic being able to trust someone else like you've never been hurt. There's magic in knowing what you've been through and knowing that you can create your future. I love you guys. I love you because we're all connected. One love.